All right, let's dive right in. We're going to pull back the curtain on diamond jewelry and figure out what really makes a simple stone turn into a priceless treasure. So let me ask you something. I want you to think about what's hiding in your own jewelry box. That old pair of earrings, maybe a ring someone passed down to you. Yeah, a lot of us have stuff just like that, right? Pieces we barely ever wear. But here's the thing we often forget. Those forgotten little trinkets could actually have some serious capital value. And when I say serious value, I mean it. To give you an idea of just how extreme it can get, check out this number. $57.4 million. That's for one pair of earrings sold back in 2017. It's a mind-boggling figure. And it's the perfect intro to the wild world of valuation we're about to jump into. Okay, so let's dig into that. We're going to look at everything from those forgotten heirlooms all the way up to these record-shattering auctions. The difference in value is it's huge. I mean, on one hand, you could have a simple, nice pair of diamond studs, maybe worth around 300 pounds. But then, on the complete other end of the universe, you've got something like the Apollo and Artemis earrings. And the crazy part, they weren't even a matching set, and they still sold for that insane $57.4 million. So that's the big question, right? How in the world does an expert look at two diamonds and say, this one's worth 300 pounds and this one's worth millions? Well, it all comes down to a universal standard for grading, and it's called the 4 Cs. Yep, the 4 Cs: clarity, cut, color, and carat. These are basically the 4 pillars that hold up a diamond's value. So let's take them one by one. Okay, first up, clarity. You gotta remember, diamonds are born deep in the earth under insane heat and pressure. So almost all of them have tiny little birthmarks, right? Some are inside the stone, we call those inclusions. Some are on the surface, those are blemishes. The bottom line is, the cleaner the diamond, the rarer it is, and the higher the price tag. All right, next up is the cut, and this is a big one people get wrong. We're not talking about the shape, like whether it's round or a princess cut. We're talking about the craftsmanship, how well the facets are cut to play with light. A perfect cut turns the diamond into this incredible disco ball of light, just bouncing sparkle everywhere. A bad cut, all that light just leaks out the bottom, and the diamond looks, well, kind of dead. Now color is where things get really interesting. It's a total paradox. On the one hand, a perfectly colorless diamond, like a drop of pure water, is super rare and highly valuable. But on the complete other end of the spectrum, diamonds with a really strong, vibrant color, what they call fancy colors, like a deep blue or a vivid pink, are also incredibly rare and can be worth even more. And the last of the 4 Cs is carat. This one's pretty straightforward. It's just the diamond's weight. But here's the key takeaway. Bigger isn't always better. You could have a huge diamond, but if it's cloudy and poorly cut, it could be worth way less than a smaller diamond that's absolutely perfect in every other way. Okay, so we've got the 4 Cs down, but believe it or not, that's just the beginning. The stone itself is just one piece of the puzzle. There are a whole bunch of other things that go into a piece's final price tag, and this is where the story gets really, really cool. I mean, think about it. The diamond doesn't just exist on its own. You have to ask, who made the piece? Was it a legendary brand like Cartier? What's its history, its provenance? Was it owned by a movie star or a queen? What about the design itself? Is it a one-of-a-kind? And maybe most importantly, is there a certificate from a trusted lab like the GIA to prove it's the real deal? Every single one of these things can add a ton of value. So to really see how all this stuff, the stone, the brand, the story, all comes together to create these just mind-blowing prices, let's head to the auction block and look at some of the most famous sales ever. Okay, picture this. It's 2018. Christie's auction house unveils a diamond called the Pink Legacy. We're talking almost 19 carats, but it wasn't just the size that had collectors buzzing, it was the color. A fancy, vivid pink. That is one of the absolute rarest colors a diamond can naturally have. And the price? It went for over $50 million. It completely smashed the world record for price per carat. And see, that price tag wasn't just for the pink rock. It was for its insane rarity, that 1-in-a-million color, and the story, the provenance of being a famous named diamond sold by a place like Christie's. But sometimes incredible value isn't on a fancy auction stage. Sometimes it's hiding in plain sight. This next one is one of my all-time favorite stories. A woman is at a flea market in London, right? She buys this chunky old ring for 10 pounds, thinking it's just some fun costume jewelry. She wears this thing for years, just around. Then one day, a jeweler says, "Hey, you should probably get that checked out." And guess what? That little 10-pound costume ring, it was a real 26-carat diamond. It ended up selling at Sotheby's for more than 650,000 pounds. It just goes to show you how important that official certification is to prove what you've really got. Okay, so we've seen a record breaker and a hidden treasure. But if you want to see the absolute top of the mountain, the very pinnacle of diamond value, we have to talk about the pink star. This thing is it's a monster. A huge, internally flawless, fancy, vivid pink diamond. In 2017, it sold for $71.2 million. It is the absolute perfect storm of everything we've been talking about. Massive carat weight? Check. Perfect clarity? Check. The rarest possible color? Check. Rock-solid GIA certification? Check. That is what a multi-million-dollar diamond looks like. So, we've gone from the 4Cs all the way to these jaw-dropping auctions. What's the big takeaway here? What is a diamond really worth? Well, the truth is, it's never just about one thing. You can think of a diamond's value as this amazing cocktail. It's a mix of hard science, that's the 4Cs, a dash of artistry in the design, a big dose of history, and then the magic ingredient, pure, simple rarity. And that kind of leaves us with one last question to chew on, doesn't it? Every single one of these pieces isn't just about the money. It holds a story, a piece of someone's history. And it really makes you wonder, what other incredible stories and what hidden value is just sitting out there waiting to be found?